Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Moggycraft Season 2. And in case my voice sounds any different from normal, it's because I just caught a cold. Yep, unfortunately it's that time of year again for me, so... maybe it's because of the way I'm dressed, I'm not sure. Maybe I should put on a coat or something like that. Okay, this is probably a lot better. Yep, I'm in my winter skin. And the reason we're starting off here today is actually because Sandy has delivered. Last episode I placed a few orders in here. Let's see, hi Sandy, I'm in need of some banners, yada yada yada. And just to clarify, these are like work in progress titles with possible changes. So yeah, I made sure that Sandy would know that, and she has delivered. So, let's check out the banners. You may notice there are more banners than I ordered, but that's because she wanted to give me a nice variety with possible changes. So for example, these two, while they look very nice, I requested that these would be slightly changed. And these two, I was very happy to see. Very much Savannah Mesa looking, this one. So instead of calling it Oasis, I might call it Mesa and just have an Oasis in one of the rooms. And this one is for the crypts, which I very much love. Very good looking. It definitely gives a lot of crypt vibes. And for Skull, this is what she originally made. And for the newer version, it looks like this. It looks really, really good. And then, of course, the last one is Tribal, for which he made two. And yeah, while lime is my favorite color, I would say I'm going to go for the darker green one. At this point, we do have to pay Sandy, of course, but the price for banners is a compliment to each other. Now, she made quite a few banners for me. I should put my armor back on. So I feel like we owe her and the others maybe like 7 compliments at least, not including a tip. So we'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's duplicate some of these banners and actually put them in Moggy Dungeon. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to put these, but they're definitely going to have to go in here. So maybe what I can do is put them over here, because they're not really able to go over here at the door, at the entrance. But seeing as there are 2 doors over here, I would say this will fit fine. I know it looks very dark at the moment, but I will make sure to add a little bit of light over there. Let's go upstairs and see where we can put the other 2. So this one is for this theme, so we'll put that here and here. It is very close by, but I think it's okay. And the last 2 are going to go over here. Yep, looks good. Last episode I said I wanted to build a wood farm, and that is exactly what we're going to do this one. And I'm going to put it on this island, which will be my base. Now, what else is going to be on this island? There's of course going to be a big storage system, which is going to go over here. So we're going to have to figure out exactly where we want to put this wood farm. And what I'm thinking is maybe I'll put it over here somewhere. I am not quite sure just yet. I know I want to turn that ocean monument over there into a farm as well. So maybe not too close here, because I feel like it would be nice to have a way that shows that you can go over there. Plus, of course, the way to get over there. Let's check if that might be a good place to put a wood farm. Let's see. Could I put it over here? I think this might actually be a decent place. Not much in the way. And still leaves this open for whatever I want to do with that. Yeah, let's actually put it over here. And I am going to build the same wood farm as I did on Moggycraft Season 1. So, yep, I'm just gonna watch the tutorial for that, build it, and in case you guys want to build it as well, I'll put the link in the description down below. But let's just get right to it. So at this point I have spent quite a lot of time working on just gathering the resources that I need. And I'm just hoping I have everything. I've also cleared out a little bit of an area right here, which is going to contain the farm, but I think most of it will be quite high up. I think I can actually lower this, I'm not sure. I'm thinking I will lower it. Let's grab this one and put it maybe over here. Let's see. That surely should be fine, right? I don't want it to be too high in the air either, because it should still be accessible. So, yeah, I think this is what I'll do for now. And I'll build the farm right over here. And this is where the collection area is going to be. So a bunch of water with one hole in the middle, which will probably lead into a chest, which currently I'm not able to access because there should be a way to go down there and yada yada yada. But yeah, we'll get there in due time. For now, let's just build the farm first. Well, that definitely took a long time. I think this took about 90 minutes, which is... yeah, it doesn't look like a lot, but it just takes so much time to build this, and I actually need to remove that scaffolding over there, because otherwise that's going to annoy me very much. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a hole in the ground over there, and there's not exactly a collection area yet. So that is something we'll do next. I just want to teleport over here first and grab this scaffolding, because it did definitely take a lot of scaffolding to build this as well, as you can see. And next up, let's make that collection area, which we are going to need to lower this bit as well. Maybe like 3 or 4 blocks. I'm seeing that this block got deleted here, so at least we need to do the 2 over here. But for safety measures, maybe make it 3. So I've spent a little bit of time here AFK at this farm, and down below here you'll find the chests with all the wood in it. And as you can see, I got quite a bit. I tried farming jungle, but I only had 1 sapling, and yeah, I didn't get much in return, so I'm going to have to farm a few of those saplings. But as you can see, a lot of oak logs and quite a few spruce logs, as well as a bunch of apples. And immediately we are going to collect some of the wood here. As you can see, I've already taken out the sticks, and I've actually traded them in for emeralds that are going to be used as coins at the Moggy Dungeon game. But before we actually go back to Moggy Dungeon, let's actually pay up. We owe everyone some compliments. Now I could of course just DM everyone some nice messages, which would probably be the easiest to do. Or wait for them to get online, but I think... yeah, let's make sure that everyone here knows how amazing they are. So we're just going to start off with a very nice compliment. You are great. Well, that's one compliment. But I think this is not going to cut it. I think we need a few more. So I've just spent 10 minutes writing down a couple of compliments. I had a few signs left over and just put hearts on them, which of course are very nice as well. And I'll just quickly and slowly show you all the signs. Yep. Let's see. There are some more over here. And yeah, there are definitely a lot of signs with a lot of sweet, kind messages. There are also some up here. Yep. And over here too, so don't worry, I didn't miss a single spot. And yeah, I hope this I hope this is enough. But of course, uh, it's a compliment to everyone as far as I remember. And not just to the person making the banners. Let's quickly check. A compliment to each other. I mean, it doesn't exactly specify, and technically this means that I'm also supposed to get a compliment, but you know, I don't mind complimenting Billy and Sam. So if we just go to Billy's lighthouse, we can get started on decorating, I mean, complimenting his place. Also, I don't know if I've actually shown this on camera, but yes, this is Billy's lighthouse, which is looking really cool, and it has a pretty nice inside. We have enough space on the walls for signs. So as you can see, I've put up a couple of signs for Billy as well. Some of them are related to his base, and some of them are unique to his talents and real life hobbies. Yep, quite a few nice signs. And now we are in Sam's city, and I am not exactly sure where I should put up the signs. Also, no matter how many signs I'm going to put up, it's not going to make much of a dent, seeing she doesn't really have like a small little area, I think, that she's usually at. Maybe over here might be good. Or I know she has storage over here. So that would be another option, to put it over there. Because I imagine she's going to be there as well quite a bit. But I also know that she has stuff going on over there. And that she is expanding in that direction. In fact, last time I was here, this wasn't here just quite yet. There was already a bit of a tunnel, but definitely nothing was finished. And as you can see, this area is very much not yet completed. Definitely not cleared out yet. But where are we going to put it? This is a good question, because I'm honestly not quite sure yet. I'm thinking I'll put it here, because I know Sunday put some stuff over here as well. And this is where she keeps some of her basic stuff, and I'm pretty sure, yes, her bed's over there. So this would probably be the best place to put the signs. So I have finished complimenting Sam, and honestly, this one right here has to be one of the best ones. The warden is scared of you. With a city like this, you know, rightfully so. And yeah, I've also, of course, given her quite a few unique ones. Let's see. Yep. Quite a few good ones. And I think that very much pays off my debt. So we're back at the tree farm now, and what I'm going to do is replace all the mycelium with grass, and Sunday is logging on at an interesting time because of course I just put up the sign, so I'm very much curious to what her reaction is going to be. But what I'm going to do here is put down a giant tree, and I'll of course have to be sure that the tree doesn't get blown up over here, because that is very much a possibility. But I'm thinking of like kind of bringing it in so it goes with a bit of a slope. Not quite sure yet. Of course, it is going to be some trial and error. Like if the tree blows up, then I know that I need to move it slightly in that direction. Of course, everything here should be fine, because nothing gets blown up past this point. Fortunately, because that's where the farm is. So, yeah, as you can see, some of the mycelium is already gone. Now what I'm doing exactly is just covering the mycelium so it turns to dirt. And then I put down a grass block and remove this so that it can spread to that dirt. So now is when I'm going to build up this giant tree, which is going to be bigger than the one at spawn. So yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to look like. I'm not sure how high it's going to go. But wish me luck. And Sandy hasn't said anything yet. But it would be nice if we could see her reaction. Alright, so I'm actually going to give up on this project for now. I will come back to it later. But even though it looks meh from this side, if we just look at it from all the way over here, you can see that yes, this is definitely not going in the right direction. I have to do a bit of terraforming so eventually a tree can fit on it, but I'll probably add dirt at the bottom first and then move my way upwards and put a tree on top of there when it can actually fit. Because right now, yes, it does cover the entire thing. However, there is just no excuse for how this looks, other than it looks terrible. And I cannot fix it unless I fix the placing of the tree first. So what I'm going to do is probably make my way up with some dirt, because that way it won't look as terrible. And then I can put a tree on top. I have actually built a similar thing to what I'm going for at the moment. I'll see if I can go into that world for a moment, but yeah, this is not looking good. So for now, we're back here at Moggy Dungeon, and I want to work a little bit on the exit of this game. Now, as I've mentioned before, the way you're going to exit this game is from this hole over here. It leads down, and it will lead you somewhere in that direction. And eventually, you'll make your way back through the door that leads you back to the place where you would spawn if you, for example, died in this game, which is that room there. Now, I've also put in this little platform over here, a little bit of a water elevator, which isn't really much of a water elevator at the moment. It's just some flowing water. And this is the door where you'll go back in. But for now, it doesn't do anything because, as you can see, there's no redstone there. What I want to do is make it so that you can actually get over here. And it requires me to fill in, or well, empty and decorate this giant area over here. And what better way to do that than with TNT? So let's just place down a couple of pieces of TNT that all go in this direction. Now, one thing we do need to be careful of is the water over here. So what I will do is use a few sponges to just quickly delete some of it. But unfortunately, it seems that the 3 sponges that I have aren't enough. And I think the sponges that I used for the witch farm might still be at the witch farm. I am not sure. But what I think we should do is just make sure we can clear out a little bit more water and divide those water sources simply by putting down more blocks. Alright, I hope I have removed enough water. There still is a little bit over here, but hopefully it won't interfere because this is where the path is to go back up there. And this is where I have currently laid out the TNT. So, here it comes. I am recording and fire in all! Alright, let's see. Going good. Very good. And nice. Okay. Do I want to place down more TNT? I mean, I don't see why not. Let's see. Place that here. And well, that definitely didn't get all of it. It's okay. Let's just hit it again. Okay. Let's see. Do we have to? Yeah, we have to fix it a little bit over here. Sure, that's fine, but I think from this angle and not from down below, because this is probably going to be quite a bit easier. And, well, it's only one block actually, because this is going to be covered up. Or 2 blocks apparently. So while there may not be functionality yet, right now I have put in the rooms, and let's just call them rooms really, they are more like caves, but this is where there's going to be a button that gives you an option to choose from 3 different mods. And over here we have the tunnel we just blew up, and this leads back to over here, where you're actually going to jump in from, and you're not going to be able to go out. So this is going to be a one-way thing, and right now it definitely looks like a one-way thing, but it also looks very boring. And yes, I did put in the sand, and what we're going to do now is flood this place with water, because we're going to make a bit of a water cave, and we're going to fill it with all sorts of nice stuff, as you can see here. But first, I'm also going to have to put in a conduit, so the player will be able to breathe underwater in this area. Will it be 1 conduit or 2 conduit? That is the question, but I definitely have enough, so we should be fine. What I'm thinking of doing it is probably placing it somewhere in the middle here, like roughly here, I would imagine. Let's just place down the stuff that we need. So if this is going to be the center, which it very well could be, then this is where we're going to have to build it. And for those of you who don't know what a conduit is, it is something that lets you breathe underwater. It also gives you a little bit of vision. Let's see, so the way you construct a conduit with the most range, at least, as well, is if you pretty much surround it on every possible side, like this. Let's cap it off over here as well. Okay. Let's fill in the corners. Alright. So this is the structure you need to make, but of course this is not finished because you need it to be in water. So what I'm going to do next is actually also put these blocks here. So we're basically just creating a giant cube out of prismarine bricks. There we go. This should fill this up, and yep, there's the sounds, and there's the icon. Look, you can also see that the conduit has changed. But as you can see in the top right, there's now a conduit. And you can see it here as well, conduit power. But it only activates when you're in water that's nearby. So if we just jump into here. Yep, there it is. Even though the conduit is a bit in that direction, we still get the effect over here. Alright, let's take a look at the finished product. And as you can see, it's looking very colorful and very aquatic. Yep, and there are the fish I was talking about. The reason I didn't put in real fish is because, of course, you could kill those. So, even though it's going to be a rule that you're not allowed to hit any of the mobs inside this game, I don't want to risk it. And I'm sure the Ravagers, which are going to act as guards in this game, are going to get hit as well at some point. So of course I'll just need to go in every once in a while and make sure that they are slightly healed up. Just splash them with a potion. And now this is where we're going to go next. But I cannot really do anything because this is for the mod system. So the only thing I could really do is decorate this and put in the water elevator over here. But I am not going to do that in this episode. Well, this tree is looking a lot better already. It doesn't even have leaves yet, but I'm already so much happier with the shape of it. And in case you're wondering where exactly the logs get pushed from, you currently only see 2 jungle logs, but the few blocks underneath it is actually also what is being pushed by the redstone of the tree farm. And you can see here it does still have this, but I did move it slightly to this side because the TNT was exploding in the middle here and blowing up a lot of the dirt that I placed over here. So I couldn't really decorate it that well. And what I've done for the entrance is I've just placed down a door here. Of course, you can right click the door and you can walk right into this area. So yeah, you do hit your head on these honey blocks here, but that's fine. It doesn't really bother me that it's there. And you can simply walk in and start placing down the saplings. And apparently the grass has spread to this block too, which is very nice. And in case you're wondering what this area looks like right now, it just looks like this. You still have easy access to these chests, which of course you need to put in the bone meal. Now, as for the output of this farm, I did have this little hole over here, but I have changed it so that now you can fall down here, and I should put a, what's it called, a powdered snow with like a carpet or moss layer on top of it. And then here is a bit more storage. And right now there's nothing in here because I haven't run the farm yet since building it. And as you can see, this room definitely needs a little bit of love and attention. And I might just turn this into like a little bit of a foresty area. I am not quite sure, but I'll probably go for something like that. And in case you're wondering why it is so well lit up without any torches, it's because I have my night vision texture pack on. That helps me with these sort of situations where I don't feel like placing down a lot of torches because I'm just clearing out an entire room for something eventually to go inside of. And seeing as I'm going to need a lot of oak leaves to build up the giant tree and its branches, my diamond hoe is going to suffer quite a bit. How about we upgrade it just a little bit? And voila, that's a 1, 2, 3, and the last one, of course, which we really wanted because it's also going to give us an advancement. There we go. Serious dedication, and I really am dedicated to chopping down trees and getting their leaves. So what I'm going to do next is, of course, mine a lot of leaves. And I'll work on that tree off camera as well. And next time we'll probably get started on a new storage system because this one is slowly getting outdated and worst of all is not automatic. Yep, I have to put in the items manually here. Such a tedious, boring task, and well, my life is so much more difficult because of it. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so difficult. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, then you know what to do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!